white phone.
All right, Charlie. Good day to everybody. I hope you've been having an excellent day. Wherever you're watching me from, I want to say Akwaba, you're officially welcome to another Pro Club stream on the GG Arena channel. I promise this one is going to be another exciting time. This time it is going to be a cross-country affair. We've got Nigeria's Pro Clubs team coming up against the Ivory Coast. It's just a friendly for now, but you know that there's going to be some incredible hits. Now, if you're a big football fan and you've been watching the AFCON, you just witnessed Nigeria beat the Ivory Coast by that long goal. But no, the Ivorians are saying the penalty shouldn't have been a penalty. Well, we've settled things on the true field. Let's come to the virtual side. Let's see who can dominate. So it is going to be Nigeria's Pro Clubs team coming up against the Ivory Coast Pro Clubs teams, where it will definitely be a very, very interesting time. I'm expecting some very heated matchups. You definitely know that all of the teams want to bring their A game. Everybody wants to prove that they are the best when it comes to the Pro Club scene. So you definitely want to tune into this one. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I feel like the GG Arena channel is just bringing back-to-back content that you really need to kind of invest your time in. The excitement has made me forget to even tell you my name. This is your first time here, then you're probably seeing my face for the very first time. My name is Slimore, all the way from Accra, Ghana, doing this on the GG Arena channel. Very excited for this one because there's definitely going to be some mouth-watering action, which you should indeed be tuned in. Now, if you're a big follower of the Pro Club scene and what we've been doing within the past few days, then you definitely know of the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, which has got $1,000 funded for the prize pool. And we witnessed some incredible action from yesterday, and of course the days before, I think on Monday as well, where we brought some of the action. We're already into match week 3 with some interesting games have already gone down. We've seen the likes of Abuja XI on Salido be in action, and we've seen some mouth-watering goals and there's some mouth-watering saves as well. But I think with Pro Clubs, what I've come to enjoy the most is how people play as a unit, the cohesiveness that comes with some of these teams, and I think that just makes it an even whole new level for me, because I've been playing just I'll have to be honest, I've just been playing Kickoff and Ultimate Team. I think Pro Clubs is definitely a new scene that I want to venture to. I've been watching a lot of people play Pro Clubs. I haven't really been invested into that time, but I think this is the time for me, and I'm ready as the Nigerians ready things up against the Ivorians for this one. A big clash to come, as we'll be heading straight to the virtual pitch. It is Nigeria's Pro Clubs team coming up against the Ivorians, and so far what I've seen from the Nigerians, I think they are very impressive. This is my first time actually watching the Ivory Coast, and I'm really eager to see what they bring on board. I mean, if you've got a good team like that, you definitely want to make things count, and for sure it is going to be an interesting stream, and I'll be bringing you all that action live from the GG Arena channel. It is going to be a best of 5 series, first to 3 games win. If you are not familiar with what best of 5 means, it means we can play a maximum of 5 games, but any of these teams that get to first 3 wins is the victor that carries the day. And we'll be heading straight into that live stream. Big things coming. The Nigerians going up against the Ivory Coast. The Nigerians, the Super Eagles as we call them, in the all green kit. Well, interesting stuff there. Nigeria in that all green kit, as I will be going back for some technical correction before we go back into the main headliner for the game, Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. But I was telling you all about what happened within the past few days on our Pro Clubs League for Nigeria, and I think I'll have to tell you how the events unfolded. Now, we had to update the league table for you guys to know how things are going, and if you've been following, I think you'd want to hear this. Now, we saw some of these guys put up some really strong performances, and there you see on your screens how the table is looking as Get Club, because already starting in strong, having lost a single game, 9 points out of a possible 9, coming in second place. Another team which has been untouchable, the record without blemish, also 9 points out of a possible 9. Coming in third, GG Arena, not so incredible record, but just a draw with 7 points. Therefore, Less FC also coming in fourth place with also just 1 draw to their name and getting 2 wins on the board with 7 points. Now, niggas in depth, who kind of started strong, but in their third game fell short in their fixture, has also 2 wins on board with 6 points. Abuja XI, who started with that narrow 1-0 loss, came back with a bang. We had their featured game. You can go back to our previous stream and enjoy what the likes of Ransford and Farouk Manzo were doing up front. It was absolutely terrific. And if they are in the team today, if they are in the Nigerian team today, then you definitely know we have one game on. We have one hell of a game on our hands, and we'll be here every single step of the way. So Abuja XI also with 6 points. Eagles FC, who are in seventh place, also have got 2 wins on the board. Kid Esports, I think they were also kind of shaky a bit. Haven't lost, but they've just got 1 win on the board with 5 points after those 2 draws. The Familiar FC follow it up with the balanced equation, as we'll call it: 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. They've got 4 points in their name. Nameless Chaos have just got a single point. They're coming in 10th. Big Guns, who started strongly with that vital victory, that 3-2 win, and in their last 2 games weren't able to secure a point, and they've just got 3 points in their name. Uptown FC also with just 1 victory coming later in match day 3, and Kerry's FC have just got 1 point to their name now. GFC, FanQuest, Pro FC, and the Unsullied are final 3 teams without a point to their name. They haven't been able to register anything so far. I think Unsullied so far with a minus 13 goal difference. Absolutely crazy. Now we'll be going back to our featured match for the day, which features Nigeria versus the Big Elephants, the Ivorians, the ones who are, of course, doing the AFCON, who are doing Africa a big favor with the AFCON ongoing. Now we are kind of replicating what just went down. I told you earlier, if you're a big football fan and you've been following the AFCON, we remember a couple of days ago, Nigeria picking up an important victory. Well, that was actually yesterday. Nigeria picking up that all-important victory after drawing their first game, beating the Ivory Coast by a lone goal to nil. That penalty from the captain himself. Can they replicate things on the virtual pitch? Well, we find out in some few seconds, as we'll be heading straight to the arena for that one. Nigeria versus Ivory Coast. Well, if you're into the stream, and you can send your predictions down, and let's see what we make of them. We'll see if the predictions come to pass. But we are readying up, we are getting up, things are about to get heated, it's about to get fiery up in here. I can't wait to go. Best of 5 series, we've got a whole lot of action to unpack as the Nigerians, the Super Eagles, in their traditional green, kick from left to right in this one, and the Ivorians in their proud orange jersey, kicking from right to left. And it promises to be exciting, as the start already showing the Nigerians trying to put on pressure. Too fast for you! Well, that was a bit too fast for the Ivorians, as the step over into the space, proving to be extremely difficult for the Ivory Coast to handle. Produces the first goal of the game. Ivory Coast looking to respond. Well, that's a quick start. 2 goals within the first 4 minutes here. Goals galore. We are definitely promised some incredible goals, and the defense can't be found at this moment. OG trying a brilliant move that time, able to time it green, unable to find the back of the net. But that's the kind of start we needed to just kind of remind us that we have a big game on our hands. 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. I don't think you see this anywhere else. That's what GG Arena brings you. That's what Pro Clubs Football brings you on FC24. Incredible start to the game. Nigeria right off the bat, passing the ball, finding the open team and just breaking them down, finding that open goal. And the Ivorians with that defense splitting 2 pass, I think that was just incredible. Munier trying that finesse shot from way outside that time. Vega able to get both hands on it. So you take a look at the lineup and you know that it's absolutely incredible. Now, me being very familiar with the Nigerian Pro Clubs League, I've got to see Too Fast For You, who was kind of incredibly quick for the Ivorians. They weren't able to handle him, as we've already seen the prowess that he's got up front. Munier on the 10 once again. Ivory Coast trying to knock at the door and try to lead for the first time in the game. It's still very early stages here. 12 in-game minutes gone, as both teams kind of tried to settle into the game, and they did quite settle pretty quickly. Edinho with a deep cross in, but Ochoa able to clear. Well, not far from the Nigerians though. Frankie with a rebound there. Huge opportunity to regain their lead. Great comeback, but just wasn't composed enough to get that finish. And the goalkeeper coming to claim for the Ivorians as the score still stays at 1 goal apiece. Now, what you've noticed about these pro clubs kind of stuff is crosses, and I'll keep hitting on them because it's kind of a new facet for me where I'm seeing these guys just getting the crosses and it's always working for them. Frankie down the byline, that time the ball roll scoop, able to get away from the man. OG in a dangerous position. Melville, can he make it count on the rebound? Big save, Ali. Huge save as the Ivorians are still in this one. The score still level at this point. Getting to that 20th in-game minute, my goalkeeper comes to claim safely. Well, it's a game of chances. At every opportunity they get, that is incredibly great to see. And of course, from a neutral's point of view, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. But maybe if you're a supporter of the Nigerians, you'd hate the fact that they are missing so many chances. And if you're a fan of the Ivorians, you'd be saying to yourself, stop conceding these chances and try to find a way in the game. Well, that time the cross coming a bit late after I think the player made an excellent run, as that one is ruled for offside. MVP that time for Munir, who's been causing a lot of damage down that wing. Over the top through ball, Junior able to knock it down. He's got options in the box that time. Bones in the way, clearing that one as the goalkeeper can claim that safely into her grasp. But you kind of take a look at that shape of the Ivorians with those three attackers up front. It just creates the gaps for them to make runs and find the two balls. Their goal that they got to score to get the leveler was that defense splitting through ball. They can hit you with the over the top through ball, the ground through ball, which is absolutely terrific for them. And I think the Nigerians have got to be wary because they can't hit them on the counter. And we've seen how the Nigerians also love to attack. It could really come back and bite them in the neck with all those chances they've missed as a result of that. Teddy MS on the 10, another through ball finding Sevi that time. Edinho, well, showing the backline table to just get things to a much more safer area. At this time, the Super Eagles on the 10. We'll start calling them the virtual Super Eagles. Incredible stuff from them so far. Frankie, quick passing in another promising situation that time. I think the Ivorians now kind of figuring out what to do on defense and just kind of waiting patiently for their time to strike. And I think they have been really good to just kind of shape that defense up. Now, earlier in the game when the Nigerians kind of kept pressing, they were kind of shambolic at the back. But as time goes on, you kind of find your feet and then just make things comfortable at the back four. If you're just joining the stream, this is the GG Arena channel where you're currently watching a pro class friendly match between the Nigerian pro club squad and the Ivory Coast. Another cross coming in, that time outside of the foot, trying to get the man at the back post to get something on it. That time defender reading it extremely well. Chooks on the cross, gets the header in. Too fast for you. Wants to get the brace and wants to get it early. Incredible header. Timed it green that time. Goalkeeper equal to the task. Chance not gone on the corner. Well, poorly executed one as the men in green give the ball away cheaply, and the Ivorians also trying to get on the counter, unable to execute. Frankie on the 10 with about 5 minutes to go in what has been an entertaining first half. Now this is what you call blockbuster. Even though there's just been 2 goals, it's been blockbuster action from start to finish. Well, the step overs from too fast for you. It just seems like the Ivorians can't find a way to stop that, because it's been absolutely incredible, and I think it's been brilliant to watch them so far. What a game we've just witnessed. Kindly hit the like button if you're enjoying the stream. There's more coming from the GG Arena channel. It's already been great so far. I think if you're a big lover of esports, and of course you're into FC24, these are one of the channels for you. You've got to be following the GG Arena channel. A lot of content to come for you. Junior, final minute to go. Over the top, Walter. Can they make it count before the halftime whistle goes? Sevi, big chance, and just kind of fluffed his lines as the first half will come to an end, with this one ending in a 1-1 scoreline, but a huge opportunity to just kind of lead for the first time for the Ivory Coast. Big chance with that through ball, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Sevi just kind of maybe panicked in front of goal. That's sometimes really sad to see, because it's difficult creating the chance against this Nigerian side because of how compact they are at the back end. Once you've had the opportunity, you've got to make it count. And well, I'm sure the Ivorians will surely probably be kicking themselves for not finishing that one, but it just happens with the game, and that's the beauty of esports. You could miss one even easier one, and you could start scoring an even more difficult one. It won't shock me if the Ivorians score from a Trivela or a finesse from way outside. That's just the nature of FC24. Sometimes the one-on-ones just don't work, and I was probably expecting him to go with maybe a short cancel or maybe a ball roll to get away from the goalkeeper, but hey, they know best. They are the ones in the hot seat. We wish both of the teams the best of luck as we'll be heading straight into the second half of the action. The Nigerian Pro Clubs team coming up against the Ivory Coast. The Ivory Coast are looking to avenge the men who lost at the AFCON by a lone goal to nil against Victor Osimhen and the squad. But on the virtual pitch, it's a different ball game. Too fast for you at the double. This time, the winger making things work, cutting the back into an incredible stance. Here he comes! Hat-trick hero! As quick as the flash. Nobody on the pitch able to notice him. And he does damage once again. And look at that brilliant celebration to match it as well. Well, it feels like just something that the Ivorians have been doing. And the Nigerians just kind of pick it up and even make it better. That time the through ball finding too fast for you, who's just kind of dash into space. Absolutely unstoppable. And nobody was catching him once he started. What a move. And what a finish to back it up. Great start in the second half for the Nigerians, who are up by 3-1 in our first game. Reminder, it is going to be a best of 5 series, as I will have loads of pro clubs content to enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying the stream, there's more like this coming from GG Arena. Make sure you leave a like on the stream as well if you enjoy. Kindly share the stream so others join in the fun too. It's just been an incredible time so far. Take the best in the second half from Nigeria. Just kind of mirrors what they did in that first half, starting in the strongest way possible, just kind of catching Ivory Coast off guard, and they've not been able to just cope with the heat so far. Call 7 on the 10, finding Bones this time around. Chooks. The Nigerians, knowing that they've got the lead, don't want to rush into anything. Well, that time maybe commentators cares they're them rushing into the pass and losing the ball cheaply to the Ivorians. Call 7 able to win possession back for the men in green. This time, finding Melville Big at the fuller in that midfield area, trying to lob one into Melville Big once again, trying to reward him for that run he made that time, unable to find the open man. But the Nigerians just seem to keep putting the ball back in dangerous areas. OG on the volley gets the fourth. The Super Eagles soaring as high as they can. And the greedy tomato as well. Clinical in front of goal. And what you call a ruthless side over the top, knocking it down from the chest. And a one-time finish. OG makes it 4. Well, that's an absolute hammering of the Ivory Coast so far. But you just can't write them off right now, as there's a lot of FC24 action to be played. It is indeed a best of 5 action, and it seems like Nigeria just want to kill the Ivorian spirit to early on to start this series. But incredible game from the men in green. So I think what they've just had on offense is world class. The movement alone, when they understand, I think up front, too fast for you, just understands the kind of guys he's playing with. He knows if he makes the run, they will definitely find him, and it's been that way all day. And sometimes in pro clubs, I think the cutbacks is so difficult to defend with the number of bodies in there. But the cohesion that they've got up front with Too Fast For You and other wingers around the Nigerian area, the Nigerian attack. You've just got to admire the kind of chemistry they've got up top as Too Fast For You able to just position himself in the best place possible. Incredible stuff so far. 20 minutes ago, and what has been a pretty routine 70 minutes for the Nigerians, and they're on the attack once again, unrelenting now. Melville Bigger this time leaves it for call 7. He's got the option of trying to find out the open man that time. MVP able to cut out Pavlov. Nigeria still putting on the press, and once they lose the ball, the design end to win the back just makes you feel like these guys do not want to stop scoring. And here they come once again. The diminutive Frankie this time leaves it off for OG, looking for the cutback. Just some brilliant control dribbling in that area. Call 7 with the strike. 5-star performance now. They are ripping the Ivorians apart, and they are doing it in style. That time, Adefola on the 10 finds the man wide, and call 7 only had one thing on his mind: to shoot and to find the back of the net. 5 goals to 1. Big start to the series from the Nigerians. It's all going down here on the GG Arena channel. If you're a big fan of Pro Club Series and this is your first time watching, after today, you've got to subscribe to the GG Arena channel because of the Pro Club Series we are running by KD Sports, with GG Arena being the host. The Nigerian Pro Club Series, which has got a whopping $1,000 as a prize pool, which has already started from the 15th of January. I'll be bringing you 3 months of solid Pro Clubs action, and you've got to just tap in and enjoy what you're seeing. Too Fast For You, well, that time unable to make the attack work, but just look at that, the design hunger to win it back. The men in green have just been relentless on the pressing front. Here they come again. Golden with a crossing. That time Ali gathers with both hands and keeps it safely for the Ivorians, who I think in that first half were very good, but the way the Nigerians started the second half, it felt like they kind of caught them off guard. They were in a bit of a shock as the Nigerians have just blown the game by a huge man. They are making it the lead, of course, insurmountable now as we're heading into the final 3 minutes of the game. Incredible stuff from the men in green so far. The Super Eagles indeed flying high. They want to show us that the win in the AFCON wasn't just a fluke. In the virtual pitch as well, it seems like they can't still work the damage, but you've just not got to put your head down right now if you're part of that Ivorian Pro Clubs team. There's a lot of FC24 action to be played. You just got to go to the drawing board and try to find something that works for you, because there's a lot of action still to be coming. As the virtual referee says, we are done for this one. Nigeria VFC picking up a 5-1 victory to close this one out. What an incredible game so far. Kudos to Too Fast For You, of course, picking up the Man of the Match award with those 3 excellent goals, finishing with a match rating of 9.3. Well, that's what we call a superstar up front for the Nigerians. We'll be taking a first breather right after this one. It's just been an incredible start for the Nigerians in this series. And could they be dominant also in the second game? Well, we'll take a quick first break. I will be telling you, in fact, we'll be showing you if the Nigerians can still do damage. We'll be finding out very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. There's more action coming from our friendly today between Nigeria and Ivory Coast. Sheesh, what a game we just witnessed. Full of action from start to finish, and it's been an incredible time so far on the stream. If you are live, kindly hit that like button. If you enjoyed the stream, kindly subscribe to the DJ Arena channel. There's something big in the pipeline coming for you. Now, I'll be reading a few of the comments that have been coming through. I've seen all the support in the chat. Thank you, everybody who's been supporting GG Arena, who's been supporting myself. I think it's just been incredible to Dane Bofat, to Harry JB, to Toby. I think you guys have just been incredible. You guys have just done well. I think Ogbaro Emmanuel predicted 6-1. 6-1 to who? I'm sure it was Nigeria, but you were just short of one goal. The Nigerians picking up that victory, 5-1 to end it. Henry JB says he was supporting Nigeria. Interesting. A Ghanaian supporting Nigeria at this one. Very, very interesting. Ogbaro Emmanuel says, let's go. Of course, we are making this one very, very hard. Get your predictions in for game 2 as we'll be heading straight to the virtual pitch very, very soon. But it's time for the Ivorians to step up and show us that if you beat us on the main field, when we come to the virtual pitch, we can't hold our own. And in that first game, it wasn't looking like they could hold their own. Maybe second game, they might bring up a different strategy, and we are waiting for the time to just kind of go into it and make things happen. Well, now I've been informed that there is a special giveaway on the stream. So kindly get your predictions in. Who do you think is winning this one? $5 goes to the giveaway winners. There's 3 winners actually, so get into the live chat, predict who wins. It's correct score only. If Nigeria is going to win by 3-0, tell me Nigeria 3, Ivory Coast 0. If Ivory Coast is going to win by 2-1, tell me Ivory Coast 2, Nigeria 1. And our first 3 winners who get it right, $5 from GG Arena. That's how we work here. Things are going just crazy on this channel. If you are here, kindly subscribe to the channel, kindly share the stream. Big things coming on the channel, so leave your predictions in the chat before game 2 comes. And so far what I've seen from Nigeria, you've just got to tip your hats off to them. They've been incredible on the offensive end, but now it's up to them to just kind of show us that, hey, even though the Ivorians have seen what we can do, we can even better again. Because you trust that the Ivorians will go back to the drawing board and they just know what the Nigerians have done, and just kind of pick their brains a bit and just kind of work around and see the way they can counter them. Because you can't be even in the first game by 5-1 and I'll be comfortable with it. So we'll see the kind of response that the Ivorians come with, but I'm expecting it to be a tough game for Nigeria, and hopefully we get a tighter game. If we get more goals, I'm not bothered, but hey, it could be difficult. I know with pro clubs there's loads of goals, but we've seen games that end in 1-0. So we'll see how that one pans out. Can they stop the hat-trick hero on top of the field for the Nigerians? The number 9, too fast for you. It's incredibly too quick for the Ivorians at the minute. Do they have the formula to stop that man so far? I've already seen 2 predictions already in the chat. Baba Jide says Nigeria to win by 4-1. He's backing the men in green and white to still keep up the momentum and pick this big victory by 4-1. Ogbaro Emmanuel says second game Nigeria 5-0. An even better record. We are here to see. He doesn't think the Ivory Coast have it in them to even get 1 goal. We'll see how this one works. So kindly get your predictions in before the game starts. Your predictions are valid, so kindly get them in if you want a chance to win $5 live on the stream. 3 winners are going to be walking home with $5 if you get the predictions right and early, because we are picking the earliest predictions and the ones that have them right. So kindly get your predictions in if you are looking to pick up those $5. Now Bones also said Niger to win 4-0. Hey, so far nobody's backing Ivory Coast. So you guys are trying to make me play the villain here. Me, I'm going for Ivory Coast victory. Maybe Ivory Coast might pull out a surprise there, but we'll see how that pans out as we are readying up for the second game. I'm being told there's a few technical problems with everybody's trying to sort out before we head on to our next game, and we'll be taking another quick spin, and when we are back there's more action coming on the GG Arena channel. Make sure to leave your comments, your predictions in the comment section before we go for our second game. Reminder, best of 5 series, first to 3 wins. Nigeria already with that first victory. You could tell they want to put their foot on the gas, and we'll find out very, very soon if they can do that in game 2. Welcome back from that quick one. We are surely getting ready before we get to our much-awaited game 2 in our club. In fact, in our national friendlies today, Nigeria versus Ivory Coast game 2 about to come up shortly. If you just joined the stream, this is a pro clubs friendly in which Nigeria are picking up that victory in the first game by 5-1. Emphatic victory there. And we are seeing Ivory Coast have got more answers. If you are just joining the stream, you are in luck. This is the time for you to go into the giveaway. There is a $5 giveaway currently as the match is about to start. Get our predictions in right now. How many goals is Nigeria winning by? How many goals is Ivory Coast winning by? Or is there going to be a draw? Just tell me the correct score prediction and you could walk away with $5 before this stream ends. So I'll be reading some of the comments coming through. Frank says 5-2. Frank, kindly clarify who's picking up that victory 5-2. Is it Nigeria or is it the Ivory Coast? Not you said Nigeria to win 3-1. That's interesting. Femi Ogala says 4-0. Femi Ogala, kindly tell me right now who's picking up the win, Nigeria or Ivory Coast? Gigi Arena herself says Ivory Coast 6-2. Well, that's the first weird one we've seen. Because I'm calling it weird because we haven't had any Ivory Coast win so far. So that's a first. Emmanuel says Nigeria 7-2. Big victory. There's an even bigger one coming. Dave Boffa says Nigeria 11, Ivory Coast 2. Well, that's crazy. If that happens, then you definitely know the Ivorians will be pissed at that one. Harry JB says Niger 4, Ivory Coast 0. Ogbari Emmanuel says, yeah, he's laughing at that 11-2 because it's absolutely outrageous as we'll be heading onto the pitch for our big second game. Frank, final prediction says 5-2 to Nigeria. So he's told us who is winning as we are ready for the action. Game 2 finally coming. We've been waiting a long time for it, and I'm hoping that it has been worth the wait. And Too Fast For You looking to start just like they ended the first game, as they almost went in there for them. Our final prediction says Play Province says 3-0 to my French people. So I'm guessing their French people is definitely the Ivory Coast. We'll see how that works for them. So this time the Nigerians in the all green kit with the Ivorians kind of switching up the kit a bit. Maybe the traditional orange, no, they work. So they kind of switch it up, going into the black. Kudos and good luck to them. We'll see how that pans out. But it's a must-win game for the Ivorians, in the sense that it's the best of 5. Once Nigeria pick up the second win, you know it's going to be extremely difficult. Once they've got the foot on the gas, they might just seal the series. So I think it's a do or die affair for the Ivorians. They do not want it to get into a game 3 with them being down by 2 goals. You've got to come in hard and try to win this game, or probably even if you lose, make it as tough as you can on the Nigerians, and hopefully in game 3 they might even fumble it. Well, we'll see how that happens as game 2 kickstarts in a fiery sense. Melville, Nigeria, well, taking their time to kind of break down that defense. Call 7 with those passes that just kind of breaks down that defense. Too Fast For You, and it seems like this guy just can't stop scoring at will at this point. This time the ball kind of bubbly in the box a bit, and making no mistake from close range, Nigeria up by a goal to nil. Incredible start so far. I'm seeing Obari man already celebrate Vamos. Well, I'm sure he's probably thinking of his prediction and how it might just come to pass, with Nigeria starting off the goals once again. This time, I think first time we've seen the Trivela today. In that first game, we weren't able to see the long distance efforts. First time the Trivela has been tried, unsuccessful on that attempt for the Ivorians. But I think that's a positive start. Just keep knocking at the door, and someone could just probably open it up for you, and maybe you could grab your equalizer over the top. This time, just can't get onto that ball, but we've seen it from the Nigerians time and time again, just telling you that they can hit you in so many ways. If you want them to hit you with the through balls, they can't find you. Those defense splitting passes, even though they are not through balls, can also break you down, which I think Too Fast For You was able to convert from. Keep the comments coming in. Play Promise says my predictions for, they went for an Ivory Coast 3-0 to 3-goal victory, but it seems like the Nigerians had a different plan in mind, as they are already up by a goal to nil. Incredible start from the Super Eagles once again. But wait, if we are giving the Nigeria Pro Clubs team the Super Eagles, I think it's unfair, because the team playing at the AFCON right now is the Super Eagles. So what should be the name that we should call the Nigeria Pro Clubs team? Please, the Niger boys in the chat. So even if you're not Nigerian, you've got a name for the Nigeria Pro Clubs team, but it's got to relate to probably like super something, or maybe a nice name for the Nigerians. So let me know in the comment section what the kind of name you have in mind for a Nigeria Pro Clubs team. And they've been incredible. They deserve a super name. So let me know in the chat if you've got anything in mind. Sevi on the 10. Well, the Ivorians that time trying to make things work, trying to be in sync in the best way possible that time. Cut out strongly from the Nigerians, and they come out on the other end that time. But the relentlessness of them trying to win the ball back always gives them a chance in a very difficult position. Kudos to Nigeria for always doing that, making things happen in a matter of seconds. This time, Sevi for the Ivory Coast, he's got options up front. This time, he decides to go to 30, and that ball into Junior just kind of set him up a bit, as it just kind of crowded him, and it made things a lot more difficult for him, as he was unable to beat the press. Oh, gee! Oh, that time around, the flag goes up for offside, but you've got to just kind of credit the way in which Niger wants to attack, because Once they find the open team, they do not hesitate to play that final defense splitting ball to kind of just break down that defense. So incredible stuff. Oh, he's lost the ball in a very dangerous position that time. The strike coming from the attack, unable to beat him on the air. Off that post on the rebound, Vega parries that one away. Huge opportunity for the Ivory Coast to get back into the game. Long distance set for that time. The header from Pavlov. Nowhere near where he wanted to go, but that's the way to go if you want to get back into the game. Put on the press. Nigeria too comfortable in their own skin, kind of playing with it at the back, and almost caused them a goal. The Ivory Coast just kind of signaling to them that, hey, we are still there, we can still cause damage. JFK on the 10, we are trying to find that through ball into the man making the run. That time, unable to bring them down. Golden making things happen for the man in green in the middle for them. Has just been instrumental. I think he's just controlled the game in a way where sometimes if you're not really deep, you might just not see, but I think he's been impressive today, Golden, in that first game. I like how he was calm on the ball, just kind of linking defense into attack, and he's done absolutely well. We're heading into the final 5 minutes. And a very tight first half it has been, but we've kind of seen this story before where it can be a tight first half, and in the first few minutes of the second half, it just goes away from the Ivory Coast, and they've got to be wary. They've got to make things happen. That time, Nigeria on the cross can't get it to work as MVP tried to get it on the counter, but what defending from Frankie to just kind of get it to the passing lane and cut that ball out to throw a final chance, I'm sure, for the Ivorians, and they just give it away. They just give it away in a dangerous position as well. Now, that's kind of been their poison so far. Giving the ball away cheaply sometimes is not of great help. And I mean, they've got to find a way to stop doing that. It feels like sometimes they just shoot themselves in the foot. Giving the ball away cheaply in a dangerous area means Nigeria don't have to work to create a good opportunity. Once you give them the ball somewhere where they can produce something great, with not having to work too much, you just made the work easy for them, and they make you pay. So the Ivorians have to start from them, look at themselves, and then say, hey, you are giving the ball away too much. The one time you press Nigeria, you almost got a goal with that outside finesse hitting the crossbar, and I think they just have to keep doing that. Make Nigeria struggle to beat the press, and maybe something could come out of that. But you're currently watching our national friendlies on the GG Arena channel as Nigeria take on the Ivory Coast. And what was a beat down in our game 1 when Nigeria picked up that victory 5-1 in game 2? Well, Nigeria continuing in the same suite, kindly leading by a goal to nil, a vital goal. Too fast for you, continuing already 4 goals in the series. It's the best of 5 affair, and it seems like he just wants to run away with it. We'll be going back to our second half of the game. A big second half coming for the Ivorians. Can they respond to Nigeria? We've seen them do this before. They always have the spark to start a half in the best way possible, and it's just so nice to watch because they just kind of want to kill the momentum before the half even begins, and they are looking to do that now once again. Speaking of the devil, OG Milford big! Well, just like I called it, they make it happen early in the second half. The pass that has proved to be just crucial for the Nigerians came at the right place and at the right time. Great goal coming from them, and Melville Big always seems to have a say in the goals. They are by 2 goals now. Nigeria 2, the Ivory Coast 1. And when they just start cooking like this, you know, you might just be in trouble. They've taken a page out of Hilda Bassi's book, just cooking for days straight, and they are just unable to stop. Well, another unsung hero in the goal, Vega. She's made some huge saves to keep them in the game as she goes and claims once again. Huge presence in goal for the Nigerians, keeping the clean sheet intact. Ogbaro Romano still thinking of his prediction. Says 3 more, boys. We'll see if they've got that in the tank to make a 5-0 performance. But so far, I'm going through the predictions. I haven't seen any 2-0 win for Nigeria. So far, I'm sure everybody's holding their breath and hoping that maybe the Nigerians add more goals or the Ivory Coast are able to come back in this one. But what a final 30 minutes we've got in store, and Ivory Coast is not looking too good for them. Now, when Nigeria kind of settle, you know you could be in trouble. I like how the Ivory Coast approached that first half with intensity, with the aggressiveness, and it just kind of told you that they meant this, but it's just clearly not working in the second half with the Nigerians responding in the best way possible. Adefola with a huge block to win the ball back as Chooks can come away with it. Frankie can come away with it. Too fast for you on the 10, on the best that we know he's just so good at. Oh, that time tried to be a bit selfish, wanting all the glory, and just couldn't find the back of the net. Blazing that one over the top of the bar. And the Nigerians still have just the 2-goal lead. Well, is it just a 2-goal lead? Well, it's a pretty precious one. And I'm sure they'll be holding it like an egg, really holding on to that lead like an egg with both hands, hoping that they can see this one out and just get 2 victories on the bounce and just have Ivory Coast pinned, have them pinned back with 2 wins, and then you know it's going to be extremely difficult for the Ivory Coast. Daniel trying to start the build-up from the back as a referee says there's been a foul as the Nigerian player has been impeded. You're currently watching the GG Arena YouTube channel where it's everything FC24, is everything esports. You should be here. You should invite your friends to be here. Make sure you kindly subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the action. And if this is the first time you're hearing of the Pro Club series, well, you're welcome then. There's more Pro Clubs action for you coming live on Monday with the Nigerian Pro Club series. Match Week 4 will be continuing. And yours truly, Slimo, I will be there to just make things a little bit more fun for you. Too fast for you. Nigeria couldn't come in with the third, surely. OG gets the third in this one. This time, too fast for you says, hey, let me get you in the action. Let me also get you among the goals. As OG, the man to smash it into the wide open net to make it through. Now I feel like people's predictions could come to pass. I know Bones predicted 4-0. Femi Ogala also predicted 4-0. Henry Jamie also predicted 4-0. So I'm sure that they would be kind of sitting at the end of their seats just hoping that the Nigerians can add another one. And there's a lot of time for them to add another one. And that's time Edinho can be his man on the byline there as the Ivory Coast can come away with this one. JFK trying to send that long one into the man wide open. Can't find him. Incredible stuff so far. What a game we've just witnessed. Nigeria, who have just put on an absolute masterclass, kind of pick their moments in the game in the second half, and so far I just can't see a way in which the Ivory Coast come back to this one, to be honest. It's just been incredible for the 2-for-4 well, it's making some people's dreams come true with the 4th of the day. I'm sure the guys who predicted 4-0 are probably licking their lips and hoping that they are among the first 3 who predicted, and just kind of praying and saying to the Niger boys that please don't score again. Please don't score again. But with how open this game is, we might just see another goal. Golden in the midfield. Well, can't find the open man on the left as MVP comes away with it into the final 10 minutes of the game. Great switch of play to find Munir on the flank. Try to get in the cross. Ooh. Junior making it count with an incredible header. The Ivory Coast strike back, and it's just getting very interesting. Ogbaro Romano just going straight into laughter as a lot of people just shocked that the Ivory Coast have found a way back into the game. Of course, that's why I be like you caught bet slip where he cast. He cast for a lot of people. Scoreline now 4-1 with 5 minutes to go, and of course, Henry JB is surely gutted by the scoreline. The Ivory Coast this time, Ochoa's effort well wide off the post, but with 5 minutes to go, they were just about 5 minutes from winning. That $5 giveaway, but don't worry, game 3, the giveaway will surely still be running. Adefola, Nigeria, maybe to get a final one, to just put the icing on the cake in what has been a superb performance, a performance which has stamped the authority on the whole series. Frankie to make it 5 that time comes off the woodwork. Final 2 minutes to go. The Ivorians, who could surely get a second in this game, and said a statement that in the third game they will come back strong. JFK with probably the consolation in the game, but that's the spirit to end that one. But it's still Nigeria picking up 2 strong wins on the bounce. So let's remind everybody that they are the team to beat, and they have taken this friendly very, very serious. What a performance, I think. This time, an all-round performance from the Nigerian team. Maybe first half, they were as dominant as in the second half, but it's just pick your moments and make them count. What a game it has been so far. Start cooking your predictions for game 3. Start cooking, as the giveaways will definitely be live. Top 3 guys to predict the correct score for game 3 walk away with $5. I'll be taking another quick spin as we'll be heading straight into game 3 very, very shortly. The series could be ending very soon. I'm kind of sad that it might just be ending very soon, but with the way the Nigerians have been playing, they look unstoppable. They look just unbeatable at this point. And could they continue in the same form is the big question. With our final game to go, is Ivory Coast going to give themselves a lifeline? We find out right after this break from with the commercial from GG Arena. We are back in what could possibly be our final game for the day. If Nigeria continues with the way they are playing, the series could surely come to an end as they are up by 2-0, 2 games to 0, sorry, in our best of 5 series. Well, do the Ivorians have something for us? We have the next probably 5 to 10 minutes to find out. We'll see what the first half has in store for us. But we are ready for game 3 in our national friendlies between Nigeria and the Ivory Coast. I'm seeing a lot of predictions. Get them in before the 5 in-game minute mark. Your predictions are the 5th in-game minute mark. Your predictions are valid. If it gets to the 5th in-game minute, I'm sorry, it will be rendered invalid. So get them in before we start. And we are heading to the pitch very, very soon. If you have just joined, there's a prediction ongoing. The giveaway is $5 to 3 winners who predict rightly. If we've got more than 3 winners who predicted rightly, of course, first time, first save, we'll give it to the people who got their predictions in pretty early. So leave them right now before that 5th minute mark in game, which is going to decide whose prediction will be valid till that point. We are going into game 3. Big game coming for the Ivorians. It's now or never. It's do or die. It's whatever you'd call it in a situation where you have to win. I feel like it's probably the Black Stars predicament at this point. Calculation time, but you've got to win. Well, do the Ivorians have one win in them to start? The Nigerians want to seal off the barrier, but unable to convert on their first opportunity. There's surely something in this one. Can Ivory Coast find a way back in the game? OG with a brilliant move. Well, possibly the goal of the series if that had gone in. That excellent skill move to beat the defender on the outside full shot just coming off the woodwork. Wow. Incredible stuff. I've seen loads of predictions that the prediction time has finally passed. I'm not going to be accepting any predictions. So our last prediction is Frank 6-2 to Nigeria. I'm seeing Khalid also predict 4-1 for Nigeria. Bo says Niger wins 5-1. Femi Ogala coming back, hoping that this time I just be his lucky time, saying 5-3. Femi Ogala, kindly confirm who we are predicting to win 5-3 in Nigeria or Ivory Coast. Edison Dennis says 6-2 to Nigeria. Bones says 5-1. Okay, he's already told us 5-1. Not you says 5-1. Not you kindly clarify Nigeria or the Ivory Coast. Edison says 6-2. Nigeria 3-1. Ogbari Emmanuel says Nigeria 3-1. Frank says 7-1 to Nigeria. And finally, Seagold says 8-1. Well, they'd have to start scoring now if that 8-1 prediction is going to come to pass. Frankie, and it looks like the goals could start flowing now. But that time, Ivorians wary at the back and cautious of what the Nigerians pose up front. OG with a brilliant step over. Huge Ali. They need this some more from the goalkeeper. If they even want to sniff at winning this game, because the chances are surely going to be coming for the man in green. As just in the first 15 minutes, the goalkeeper has surely been tested, trying to score from the corner. Well, that's a cheeky attempt that time, coming on the post. Too fast for you, wants to beat the whole defense on his own, and he's got the ability to do that. But that time, the defense standing their ground and saying, hey, you can't do that on your own. You've got to find the support of your teammates, and as they're able to clear their lines. Adefola in the midfield position for Nigeria. Golden. Searching for the options, decides to go up top. That time, almost able to clear. Sevi, he's got men to work with, he's got options to work with. That time, decides to cut it back into MVP. Sevi gets it right back. That's a lovely over the top pass for Junior. They are working something here. Ivory Coast. JFK about to pull the trigger. Stopped in his tracks. It's a big game for the Ivory Coast. For Nigeria, once they win this, it is the end of the series and they've got to make it count. They have got to make this game count. Ivory Coast over the top, finding MVP. Well, that pass back. I kind of like the idea. The execution, though, not up to par. But I think we can now assess from the game that the patterns of players, Ivory Coast wants to go long. Even with through balls, they want to go over the top, and it's kind of making them predictable at times. I would say sometimes the over the top through ball kind of catches the Nigerians off guard, but the Nigerians have just kind of figured out how the Ivory Coast wants to operate, and so far it's been working for them. They've been able to hold them on the defensive end as they're currently up by 2 games with those victories. Well, with a howler, giving it away cheaply. Ali coming to the rescue once again. Also, it's been huge in goal, keeping the scoreline a 0-0, keeping the Ivorians very hopeful that they could come out with a victory. The goalkeeper just doing some superhuman things right now. Sevi on the break. Can they execute this one to perfection? Junior just kind of making the Nigerians recover a bit and looking like the chance might have just gone away, but they do recover it with Land on the left hand side. He's got options, lobs one into JFK as Junior gets it back, and on the rebound JFK in an offside position, unable to make things work. Great start to the game. The first 30 minutes have already showed us that it is a do or die game for Ivory Coast. They've just been putting in more of the effort. I think the press up front has just been incredible. The over the top passes seeming to be working a lot more this time around. Too fast for you though. The Nigerians always seem to have a way to shut the Ivory Coast down when they are building momentum, and this could be another moment. That time, Frankie's pass to the back, not the best, as the Ivory Coast able to cut it out. Junior has a very good one and locates that run as well. MVP, they surely got to make this one count. That was the moment to just take the lead. Well worked, but the final pass, that final deciding moment, still lacking for the Ivory Coast, and they could be punished. Yeah, just like that. Against the run of play, the man in green. We could start calling them the punishers, and that's how you punish your position. When you've got the space, get into the step over to give you the speed boost, and time it green to show everybody that you mean business. With just 3 minutes to go in the first half, Nigeria with more goals. Ivory Coast though. Well, that's the response. Here we go now. This one, the Ivory Coast looking like they are not going to make this one going to be a walking apart for Nigeria. That's what we love. That time, Trivella saved her by a lead. She's been my man of the match so far, I think. She's been huge in goal for the Orange Boys. What a game she's had so far. Chance not going yet. Final chance before the first half comes to an end. Well, we're corner. If you've been caught off guard, they will make you pay, and they're greedy on them as well. Big goal to take back the lead. Well worked corner, and they kind of had all the Nigerians on the other end to just find the open man, and it was just coming for them. They have been brilliant to watch. Crazy execution of the corner, and just like that, they've gotten their lead back. It has been an intense game so far. Brilliant stuff from the men in green, but I think we could all agree that the Ivory Coast have shown fight. Or sometimes the fights might just not be enough, but it's the effort that counts. They're down by 2-1. They've still got a chance in the game to probably take the victory, but it is going to be one hell of a task as the Nigerians are just kind of gradually getting into the game with their slow start, but incredible stuff from the Ivorians. That is the fight we wanted to see, and I think we have a huge 45 minutes to come. The predictions are still live. As we've got some people's prediction already going to the win. There's a lot of, some of them said Nigeria is going to win with a clean sheet. Well, I'm sorry, that has just gone to the win. Kolaoji asking if the commentator is Ghanaian. Well, yes, my name is Sly Moore. I'm currently casting from Accra, Ghana for GG Arena. And shout out to GG Arena for getting me on this one. Absolute pleasure to do this one. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the stream as well. We've gotten into a technical problem. I'm sure we'll sort it out before the stream comes back on. So don't touch the dial. There's still some more action to come. We'll surely be heading into our final 45 minutes of game 3. Don't go anywhere. We'll take another short break and we'll come back with some more action from our national friendlies. Well, we are back, and the word I'm getting is we'll be heading into a final game. We've got to restart everything after the mutual agreement. It seems like both teams agreed, and that's some credible stuff from the Nigerians, agreeing to play the whole match even though you were up by 2-1 in the first half. So credit to the Nigerians agreeing to kickstart it all over in our third and final game. So if you have just joined the stream, this is our national friendlies between Nigeria and the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast in the all-orange kit as the Nigerians, this time in a more dominant white kit, different from the all-dominant green which we saw in our first 2 games. So yeah, welcome back from that break. Reminder, we are playing the whole in-game 90 minutes this time around to see if Nigeria can close it out, or are we going to get a game 4 maybe for the Ivory Coast. So all those who predicted earlier, I think prediction still stands. Nothing has changed yet, and all the best to you. You could walk away with a $5 giveaway if you get them right. Sevi on the 10th for the Ivory Coast now. They've got bodies up front. Great cross to come in. Huge chance spent there. A big opportunity for the Ivory Coast. And this was the moment. Just time they read on that occasion. That's why sometimes I don't know. When I'm playing the game, I like to have time finishing off. It's just for me, and I know the pro players will probably come at me and say, hey, time finishing just makes it more precise. But just a moment there, with a simple header, he probably finds the back of the net. But sometimes when you've got internet issues and you're unable to time it well, you time it right and you miss a glorious opportunity like that, it hurts. And Nigeria can punish you when they do. Just like that on the break. This time, too fast for you. Recognizing the open man, finding the open man, and the open man repaying him for doing that. And finding our first goal of the third game. Nigeria showing Ivory Coast how it's done in the final third. There's no two ways about that. They've been absolutely clinical in front of goal, making their moments count. And kudos to them this time, sending a long ball in. On the rebound. The second one comes in. Frankie now. Well, yeah, they are dancing to the goals now. You know, the confidence is just oozing. The class is just flowing. This time, the whole of the goal to aim up for Frankie. And surely, he wasn't going to miss. 2 goals to nil early on for Nigeria, heading into just 20 minutes of the game. Wow. That's dominance at the highest level. That's top pro clubs stuff at the highest level. That's top FC24 at the highest level. Now, it's just been so good to watch them because they can blend it up a bit if they want to mix things up with, I think, more skill moves, more dynamic stuff. They can't do that, the Nigerians. If they want to go basic, like we see them go basic in this third game, they can't do that as well. If you want them to build slowly from the back, they can't do it. Just look at this brilliant stuff. Just switching up the play, just drawing in the press from the Ivory Coast to just beat them and find more open bodies forward as they come up with the ball this time. Frankie lifts one up that time. Lund unable to latch onto that brilliant pass. JFK this time a shot from distance. The Ivory Coast still knocking at the door. Sevi with an attempt from way outside. Vega parries it. So the Nigerians just have a way of kind of mixing things up, and it makes things a lot confusing for the Ivorians. Nigeria on the counter. They've got bodies for it. It's looking like 4 against 2 in this one. The cross! My favorite goal so far because of how the cross came in. Outside of the foot and on the volley. You knew he had the whole goal to aim, but too fast for you. Just making that probably the assist of the day. 3 goals to nil in just 30 minutes. That's it. You just can't say anything about that. There's nothing to be said. They've just put their stamp around the whole game. They just showed everybody that anywhere, anytime, whether it's on the real pitch, on the virtual pitch, you could take them to, maybe it's on the golf course that maybe the Ivory Coast might stand a chance, but it's looking like Nigeria have a win written all over this one. Wow. Just superb so far. 3 goals to nil. 33 minutes gone. Things looking worse for wear for the Ivorians now. Bones at the back, who's been stellar. I think it's been a rock at the back. In fact, him coupled with the goalkeeper and the other defenders, they the Rock of Gibraltar at the back. The Rock of Nigeria, we should call them. The Rock, which is sailing the Super Eagles through for possibly a series victory. Reminder, it was a best of 5 series. First to 3 wins sealed the deal, and the Nigerians are on the verge of completing the sweep with 3 straight victories. The Ivorians, who were kind of competitive earlier to start the series, have just kind of falling even more deeper into the hole that the Nigerians have created, and they just can't seem to find a way back into the game. Well, this could be a start for them. Sevi in a very good position. He's got options to work with as well. Finds Junior right in the middle of that pitch with Teddy, with about 4 minutes to go in the first half, where they just haven't come to the party yet. Still unable to break down the defense. Go there and try to do what he's been doing all game. Sevi, this could be the start. Bones in the way. They do give the ball away cheaply to Nigeria. Vega says, nothing is getting past me. I'm going to keep my clean sheet intact before the first half comes to an end. What a performance. On the 10, they could finish on the counter. Too fast for you once again. He hasn't been among the goals so far. He could have his goal on the score sheet. Well, just like that, there are 4 goals to the good in the first half, and it's looking like it might just be damage control time for the Ivorians. And the Nigerians, so we're speaking of them kind of picking their moments in this game. It wasn't about moments. Every single moment was theirs. And there haven't been any moments for the Ivory Coast so far. And sometimes it's a bit derailing, but that is what friendlies like these give you the chance for. They give you the chance to make any horrible mistake you can. And kind of when it gets to the brighter lights, even though this one is surely a bright light on the GG Arena channel where everybody's watching, you'd want to perform. But on a bigger stage, you'd expect maybe the Ivory Coast to have done their homework after they've learned from you. So shout out to the GG Arena channel for giving them the opportunity to have this national friendly. I think it's very important that we, the Africans, kind of play each other. There's find a way to kind of learn from each other, and I hope the Ivory Coast have learned a lot from the Nigerians, and the Nigerians also learned something from the Ivorians. That hopefully, when there's a big tournament out there, or there's even an internal tournament once again, they play at their best and show the world what they are capable of as we head into the second half. I think it's just been incredible. Game with George says prediction won't cast again. Well, the predictions are not looking too healthy right now. With Ivory Coast down by 4-0. Wow. Great stuff coming in from the Niger boys. The Ivory Coast on the 10, getting in the cross. Vega able to come and claim that one safely. But I think if you're a big fan of esports, if you're a big fan of playing video games competitively, you should be enthusiastic about the future, because if we've got channels like GG Arena giving the platform to people like these, I think you've got to say, hey, there are people out there who really want to see esports do well, and you've got to be putting your all in. That's the message I always have for players. I think if people like that are there to just kind of push the agenda for esports, you've got to put your all in and just kind of push the bar. And you've got to give credit to the Nigerians. I think they do that. This year, FC24, we had the opportunity, of course, playing in the FC Pro Open, and the Nigerians will be proud to say, hey, they were the only West African country to have their player in the top 64. That's just shout out to Farouk Manzu. If you're on the stream, I salute you, sir. You kind of made the West African team back here very proud, making the top 64. Hopefully next time we have more West Africans in there. Hopefully Farouk Manzo yourself maybe are able to go all the way and represent us on the world stage. But so far I think it is looking promising. The Ivorians on the 10, almost getting the rebound, but Vega just so huge in goal. Seems like she just can't be beaten. Frankie with the whole pitch surrounding to, with a step over, able to beat it. Longo. The Nigerians still up by 4-0. Heading into our final 30 minutes of possibly our final game on the stream today. What an incredible performance it has been. In the game where you needed them to be ruthless, they have been. In the game where you needed them to score goals, they have scored goals. In the game where you needed them to defend at their best, they've done that as well. What more do you need from the Nigerian team, man? They've just been superb today. And it's kind of, and it's been kind of crucial for them as the Ivorians getting one consolation back. Really important that we see stuff like this go on. And I think the Nigerians kind of putting out their best lineup makes you know, hey, they were really ready for this one. As the scoreline currently 4-1 in this incredible fixture. And hopefully we get more national friendlies like these to kind of just remind us of where we are going and the level we are at on the African stage. Frankie! Well, I thought I had a goal of the tournament or the series, but this one has just stopped everything. Working his magic through a crowd of bodies. The step overs proving to be a menace once again now. This guy isn't African, but we have to give him shout out. Anders Vegan just opening the lights for the stepovers for everybody to see. And you could argue that players are using the stepover before Anders Vegan, but for most of us, the Danish wonder kid kind of just opened our eyes that hey, the stepovers, and I think it was the FIFA 21, was very useful and just carried on time and time again. Wow, Barry Mano, I see he agrees with me. Nah, this is the best goal surely, cause through a pool of bodies, the stepovers beating everybody, and just like that, they are by 5-1. 5-star performance to seal it out. Yeah, that's Nigeria in full flow. That's Nigeria in full flow. Well, if it was probably Nigeria versus Ghana in this battle, I would have said Nigeria Jollof wins. But do Ivory Coast have Jollof? Well, I have to go and research. If Ivory Coast has Jollof, well, I'm sorry, but virtually their Jollof doesn't count right now because it seems like the Nigerians have just wiped the floor with them. That's incredible stuff from them. Great way to kind of end the series, and it's been brilliant doing this with you guys on the stream. Shout out to everybody who joined the stream. Even if you joined for just a minute, we appreciate your support. It just fuels us, keeps us going. Just tells us that you guys care about esports, about gaming. Whether you're a casual player, whether you're a pro player, whether you're just a fan. Kudos to you, man. OG, what a move. Showing us the OG moves. Trying to finish it up. This could probably be the assist of the game and they were unable to finish it. Wow. That's flexing your muscles. That's just showing your opponent that hey, I beat you by 5-1 and I'm kind of taunting you a bit. Teddy, for the Ivorians, can they get a consolation here? Ball into the Trivela over the top of the goal. But Nigeria has stamped their authority all over this game. Incredible stuff from the Nigerians, but I think for the Ivorians, there have been moments in the game where you feel like they could have gone boot to the Nigerians, but giving the ball away cheaply in some situations made the Nigerians just have things a little bit more easier. They had moments in the game where I feel like the Ivory Coast were trying too much to break the defense, in the sense that there's a situation where you can probably go with a ground pass, you were over the top through, but that's all margins when it comes to the game. And honestly, that's why I love the game, because within a split second, you've got to make the best decision. And I think the Nigerians just had it. They were quicker to get onto the loose balls. They made the right decisions, and that is the level that they are playing at now. Kind of show the skill gap between Nigeria and the Ivory Coast, and they deserve this final victory. What a game we've just witnessed. Great game so far. I think we might just have our first winner of the prediction. In fact, 2 winners actually. Not Zeus and Bones predicted Nigeria to win by 5-1. Well, and that is how it ended. So Niger, Bones, and then Not Zeus, you'll surely be hearing from us. Kindly follow GG Arena on Instagram. You could give them a DM and you could go for your giveaway of $5. What a stream it has been. What a time it has been to bring this to you all. I hope you enjoyed every single bit of this one. It has been a pleasure from me. It has definitely been a pleasure. I've enjoyed doing this one. Hopefully we get to do it some other time. But if you are a big fan of Pro Class, if you're a big fan of SC24 action, make sure you hit the stream. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for post notifications, so every time we go live you are notified, because you definitely want to join in the fun. It's been a wonderful time. It's been an incredible time. Until we catch you again, remember Monday, the continuation of the Pro Class League, which has got $1,000 on the line, will continue. And of course, I will be there to give you all the updates there. My name is Slimon from Accra, Ghana. It's goodbye for now, but surely we'll be coming back with more action. Stay tuned. GG Arena has it all for you, as we'll be coming back even bigger and better. Thank you for joining the stream. Goodbye for now.